Please like, subscribe, and be sure to click that bell button for regular and exciting indie film content and your chance to be the first to engage with the Liftoff Global Network of Film Festivals as we embark on launching the careers of the filmmakers of tomorrow.
Hello everyone, and we think we're back. We think it's working now. Thank you for those who did join us at 1 o'clock this afternoon, but obviously due to technical issues we had to push that back to 2:15. So thank you if you've stayed with us for that entire time.
Yeah, huge apologies there. These things just happen. Something somewhere in the tech universe went boom. But yes, if at any point you can't hear us or if anything seems to have gone a bit awry again, then just let us know in the chat room.
We can see you. We can see you, but we are using a completely new system. So do bear with us. We might be fumbling around in the dark on this new system. The last system just went completely down and wouldn't restart. So here we are.
Let's start though by saying, we can see you guys who've been in the chat room, and a huge thank you for tuning in. So that's Luke, Joel, Guzmai Hiva, Janetta, Palestine, Krotoa, Barris. We've got Emmanuel as well. We've got Cigar, Ashvin, Game Slime, Altered Ego Entertainment, Artie, and Sherry, and Mazak. 1 a.m. in Australia.
No. I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen to someone. So, Mazak, thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate you staying up that late. Unless you're a night owl anyway, then maybe this isn't too bad. But for me, I would have been in bed at like 10 p.m. being like, no. So thank you. We really, really appreciate it.
And we do have exciting announcements for you. So thank you for bearing with.
So just looking at the time, it is now officially 2:15. So thank you for those that are joining at the time that we rescheduled to. We are going to start today's stream with the Australian festival. So we're going to be looking at the winners from the Sydney and Melbourne Liftoff Film Festival 2021. Sounds weird that we're now in 2022, but we're just wrapping up the year. So there are 3 prizes up for grabs, and they are winning screenings in the festival cities that we're screening in either Melbourne and Sydney. Then there are season award nominations, where there are a couple of films that are up for nomination at the Liftoff Season Awards, which is due to take place on the 22nd of January, and that is a Saturday.
More details to come on this very soon.
We are now really working and getting this all together, and it should be an amazing event. Just so everyone is aware, the event is taking place online due to how hard Omicron is hitting the UK at this moment in time. We physically can't put on this event to the scale that we would like to, so we're going to move it online and host via YouTube again. And that day we will be checking the text several times, so it should all flow nice and smoothly. And then the final award that we are giving away today is our Audience Choice Award, and these will be given to 3 films that have picked up the Audience Choice Award from the first and second round of the festival. And what we'll be doing with those films is getting you all on YouTube, and we will be breaking down your film and doing almost a director's commentary style roundtable with you to find out more about how the film was made, your ups and downs during the filmmaking, and what it is that you're looking to do with the film after, or what you're working on next. I really, really enjoy those streams.
Definitely.
Great. Okay, we've got a few more people who have just joined us.
We have?
Yeah. So we've got Stephen Manning. Thank you for joining. Or Stephen Manning, I should say. Cigar, who has already been named. And is that Crow Tower? It's also in Oz. Oh, well, thank you so much for joining. All right, cool. Should we start?
Let's get going? Let's start. So let's start, as Nat said, with our overall winners of the festival. And assuming this works, let's get up our posters. Drum roll, please.
Oh,
there we go.
Oh, thank God. There it is.
So a huge congratulations to Talbigera Road, which has picked up a screening in Melbourne at our festival next year, when we will be very excited to be back in Australia.
Oh,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So huge congratulations to Jonathan Finney and all of the team. This is an Australian film that was shot on the Gold Coast, a place that we've both been to and absolutely love. A troubled hitchhiker grapples with the imminence of leaving the refuge he's found in a mother and her son amid a harrowing paddock valley.
Fantastic. So as Claire mentioned there, this film will be screening in Melbourne next year.
Amazing.
Okay.
And that's the next one.
So the other film that will be screening in Australia next year is
Dun, dun, dun.
Enough. And this will be picking up a screening at our Sydney Festival. And this film is from Sweden. You're going to have to help me out with the name of this one.
Apostolos Vassiliadis.
Apostolos Vassiliadis, I think it is. And it sounds like a Greek name.
Yeah.
So this is about a female during a life drawing class. The art model struggles with determining who claims ownership of her body. It's beautifully shot. It's very still, and the colour palette and tones of this film are fantastic. It's actually quite hard hitting because you get so sucked into the story. So very well done.
Amazing. So then, speaking of our season awards, we're now going to announce which films from that festival specifically have picked up nominations for the event in a few weeks' time, as Nat mentioned. And the first one goes to Talbagera Road again, which has picked up a nomination for Best Cinematography. Fantastic. So huge congratulations.
And then also we have also got a nomination for If I Didn't Care, which has been nominated for Best First Time Film, and that is by Peter Anderson. And this is a Danish film. So Titus' dad was never present, not even when they were together. Father and son have not seen each other in ages. When Titus is called and asked to take his terminally ill father to hospital, despite and argues to confront the man who was never there for him and suddenly needs his help. So this is actually a feature film, but it's their first time they've made a feature film. So congratulations, Peter, on picking up this nomination.
Very impressive. It's nice because, we've screened this a few times. It's always done really well on our festival circuit, so it's really nice to see it win this award, a nomination. On to then our Audience Choice Award.
Yes, let's go.
So we have 3 films, as Nat mentioned, and the first one is Sticks and Strings, directed by Luke Antoon, an Australian film here. Casey's only dream in life is to learn the guitar, but when her brother refuses to teach her, she must go to whatever length possible to connect with him once more. Really cool because this was rated really highly by our jury as well as the audience. So everyone watching this enjoyed it in the festival. And we'll find out more.
And then we have Bloom, which is directed by Paul de Sank. And this tells a story of Bloom, the light-hearted comedy tale of Betty, an elderly woman whose rich inner life belies her seemingly controversial appearance. Again, a fantastic film, which was also scored highly by our judges and jury. So this will be a very exciting roundtable discussion indeed.
Absolutely. And the final one, filmmaker joining them, is Neil Goplan-Housey with his film The Little Bird from the USA. Speaking of first-time films, this is a student project by Neil. 2 vignettes of a boy's life connected through memory. And this did really, really well in, again, both rounds of the festival.
And there we have it. So
there we go.
That is our update from the Sydney and Melbourne. We'll be moving on to London now, as the films have just moved over into the network round ahead of the season award nominations reveal next week.
Yeah, a massive thank you to all of you who took part in this. It was definitely record-breaking in terms of statistics from our perspective. We had something crazy, like just under 1,000 people watching the festival. 560 of those on one programme, the Trendsetter Shorts, which just blew up. Really amazing seeing so many of you loving the films as well. And in particular then, let's take a look at which ones are through to the network round, which has been announced already. So people have already started loving these films, but we just wanted to go through with them on a live stream. And starting with our feature films then, Locked Down, Locked In by Barris, who is in the chat room. So huge congratulations to Barris and her team. This is an international project that was shot in so many different countries in 8 30-minute episodes, each one telling different sort of tales about domestic violence during lockdown.
Fantastic. And then we have Still Spirit, directed by Benedict Cohen from the UK, and this tells a story. It's a documentary film, but it follows the story of basketball players from the UK that are wheelchair basketball players, and it tells the story of how they were born with an injury or gained the injury through life and then found this sport. It's a really, really interesting and fascinating documentary.
Amazing. And then we've got One Pint at a Time. Slightly different this time because not looking at sport or basketball, but looking at beer. With lots of different information that Nat and I certainly weren't aware of. So if you're a fan of your drink or beer in particular, then this is one for you to go and check out. An American film directed by Aaron Jose.
And then we've got Cardboard Peer, directed by Kirill Koznetov, and this is from Russia, and it follows 4 Moscow journalists as they're going to report on the Russian provenance, which is very, very tense. So enjoy that one if you like your thrillers.
Then the 5th feature film going through is The Opening Act, directed by Gary J. Katz, feature film documentary again this time, all about the life of James Lee Stanley.
Fantastic. And then the next film going through is Let the Music Play, and this is directed by Kate Megan and Heather Divitri from the USA. And this is a feature-length documentary by Daily Boom Media on COVID-19 crushing impact on the music industry.
And then finally is Spin State, directed by Ross A. Wilson from the UK. After years of suffering from blackouts that leave him waking in strange locations with no memory of how he got there, Clyde Dyson has constructed a version of reality to help him cope.
And as Claire mentioned at the beginning, all of this information is on the website. Just head over to either the Sydney or we're in London now. Head over to the London Festival and you will find all of the information about these films and where you can watch them there.
It's so nice to see people congratulating each other in the chat room. We love that. It's really nice. So thank you to everyone. Heather's also there and says that she's excited to watch One Pint.
Great.
Fellow girl after our own hearts as well, clearly there. Yeah, lovely. And Stacey says congratulations to everyone. And we had Crotoa here who says thank you for nominating Bloom. Paul, the director, will be thrilled. And that's Eric, the composer and cinematographer. So congratulations, Eric. Amazing. Let's then look at our shorts. And kicking us off with the shorts is Out of Orbit, directed by Jess Kay and Dan Emmons from the UK. When Esme's mum dies, her world falls apart. She struggles to navigate her day-to-day life until she gets an idea, fueled by their mutual love of space, which may lead to the relief she so longs for.
Okay, and then we've got Doublespeak, directed by Hazel McKibben from the USA, and this is a story that follows a young woman who has to grapple with the aftermath of reporting sexual harassment in the workplace. This is a very hard-hitting short film. Again, beautifully shot. Just well done.
Then we have Split Soul here. This is an LGBT film directed by Barnaby Bolton from the UK. Against a backdrop of toxic masculinity and homophobia, 2 young men secretly express their feelings for each other through their love of dancing.
Okay, and then we have What If, and this is directed by Katia Shannon from the UK. At each step, Elena's agoraphobia reinforces her sense of mortality, but as anxiety spreads around her like wildfire, she finally sees a way out.
Then we've got Paul James Houghton's From Under the Bridge, When Bullies Become Trolls, a true story, a very harrowing true story that this is based on. And I've said this before, there's definitely lots more to come from Paul with regards to his upcoming projects. So take a look at this and then stay tuned on what he's up to.
Yeah, a very exciting journey ahead of him. And then we have a music video that has taken the festival by storm, and that is Download My Heart in London, directed by Mo Raybag. Again, a really fun music video, so well done for making it through to the network round.
Then we've got Fight in Motion, directed by John Chung, all about the ritual cycle of pain, repetition and renewal involved with combat sports. British film there.
And based on the photography of Edward Maynard as well. Muybridge. That is a huge inspiration for this film. Then we have Help, directed by Leslie Manning. She needs help now, and only the young are listening. This is a really interesting take on a climate...
activism.
A climate activism with a twist. So very well made here.
Then we've got Open the Blinds, another music video, this time shot on film, which, Nat's an avid supporter of. But this is from Germany, directed by Tim Gilner, with really cool effects and cinematography. So again, go and check it out. We do like our music videos.
And then we have Hear Me Out, directed by Marcus van Altena, and this is an Australian film, and this is a documentary that follows the lives of Sue Walters, Bill Gibson and Jackson Tate as they talk about their cochlear implants. Yes. Is that how you say?
I think so. Well, I'm not sure. Cochlear
implants.
We need a doctor on here.
Again, a very interesting documentary that talks about death and how they overcame that.
And actually, Heather in the chat room is just saying that these are all fire films, and we agree, with lots of topics chosen. And it's true, we're covering all sorts of different areas here. Penultimate film is When It All Goes Down, directed by Peter Samuel and Vin Cilia from the USA, about when a busker musician meets cabbie in disguise when busking on the promenade.
Lovely. And then the final film is from the UK, and it's called With Her, directed by Philippa Brocklehurst. And this is inspired by a true story. With Her explores a young mother's rare moments of stillness and solitude. There we have it. These are the films that are making it through. We will be announcing the winners along with the Season Award nominations and Audience Choice Awards next week. And we will also be... we will also be announcing all of the Lift Off Season Awards and nominations throughout the whole year. So yes, we have been announcing them on the streams from each festival, but we've been taking a look back across the season and we've been adding lots more nominations to that. So we will be revealing all as soon as we can.
Yeah, very exciting. As Nat was saying, anyone who has screened with us is eligible. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be really exciting announcing those final slots that are now taken. And we'll be announcing those soon. Just to answer Heather's question, though, about watching the Network Festival films, any Liftoff member, our jury, or anyone who's participated in a festival, so was invited to the Network Hub, can watch all of those amazing films that you've just seen there. You just need to log onto the Network Hub, head over to the dashboard, and you'll find the event there and all the links. You will also have been emailed all the details if you were participating in the festival.
Fantastic. And we've got a comment that's come in that says, congratulations to everyone in the London Festival, a wonderful selection of films. So thank you so much for everyone who has joined us here today. We will be back next week to announce the London winners and the Season Award nominations and what else we have planned for this ceremony that is due to take place online. But if you want to, you can head over to YouTube now and click that bell icon and you'll be added to... Oh, there it is.
Click that bell, set reminder.
And you can set your reminder for the event that is due to take place on the 22nd of January, which is a Saturday at 7 p.m. on YouTube. We will be dressing up and having a few drinks to celebrate the 2021 season. And just to recap, we are very much looking forward to the 2022 season, where we will be back in cinemas if all goes according to plan. So very excited to be back in the spaces.
Amazing. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.